Hi everybody and welcome to this video. In this demo, I'm going to set up a swarm cluster with multi-nodes, actually 3 nodes. One will be as a swarm manager node and the other 2 nodes will work as just worker nodes. But in this video, I'm going to set up the whole cluster automatically with Ansible playbox beside an inventory file to set up and configure all worker nodes plus the manager node and join and make the worker nodes join the cluster. This is an overview at what we are going to do. I'll be installing a Docker engine across 3 nodes here. 2 of them will be considered worker nodes, node 1 and node 2, and the third one, which is node 3, will be considered as a swarm manager node. I'll be mainly working on node 1, and I will be creating a Docker context, a remote Docker context to the node 3, and that will make it easier for me to do or to handle the Docker swarm commands like docker node ls to view or to list the all nodes on the cluster. Okay, and this is my environment. I have here 3 nodes. Each is running Ubuntu 20. I also created the same user for all the 3 nodes, which is pop. You can create any user of your choice. In your case, it might be root user or any other user with admin permissions. I have also configured this user on the 3 nodes to run sudo commands without having to enter the password using sudo. As you can see here, Bob is able to run all sudo users without having to enter the password. And one more thing here before proceeding is the internet interface. I will work with this interface ETH0 because the 3 nodes are interconnecting with each other using this interface. Let's install Ansible on node 1. You can check Ansible version to confirm installation. Okay, now it has been successfully installed. And let's clone this repo. Git clone. Now it has been cloned to my local machine. I'm caring about inventory all nodes and the playbook all nodes playbook file. You can also take a look at user. for creating and distributing the same user onto all other hosts. Distribute key also will have a playbook for sending the public key for the same user across to all hosts, but we are not caring about this stuff in this demo, so we're gonna deploy this playbook using inventory all nodes. This is the remote user pop, and I'm adding a local host as well. Here I'm creating a group Docker Engine. That means Docker Engine will be installed on all these hosts, node 3, node 2, and local host as well. I'm creating a group Docker Swarm Manager to mark node 3 as a Swarm Manager node. Of course, you can swap all these nodes and play around all these configurations. Here is another group, Docker Swarm Worker. I'm adding node 2 and local host as well as 2 nodes for worker nodes. I have prepared a shell script here which is install Docker roles, but make sure it has executable permissions before running this script. And now it's executable. Let's take a look. I'm installing a Docker roles using Docker and Docker Swarm roles with Ansible Galaxy. And finally, this is to fix a bug existing in this role, because it depends on Python pip package. This is not supported on Ubuntu 20. This is why I have this command here to update Python pip with Python 3 pip instead of the old package. Now let's run our playbook. It will be playbook all nodes, and the same way with inventory all nodes. And this is an environment variable to select on which internet interface Docker Swarm cluster will intercommunicate with each other. And now it's done with creating the Docker Swarm cluster for us. Let's take a look once more at the playbook. Here I want to show you something beside importing the rules, Docker and Docker Swarm rule. I'm gonna create a Docker context because I'd like to have a remote context to the Docker engine installed on node 3, which is in this case our Swarm Manager node. So you can Docker, let me clear the screen, Docker context ls to see it has created a remote Docker daemon with this endpoint user pop at node 3. Let's change this the current context. And now I am at remote Docker context, and if I say docker node ls, it will list all the nodes here. Of course, because I have selected node 3 as the Docker manager, you can see here its role as a leader, and the other nodes will be the worker nodes. And this is pretty much it. Thank you for watching.